Hey folks, here we are, the final content update before the release of Division 3. We've dubbed this one the Everything Else Update, tidying up a few questions about what you're going to see in Division 3, though not revealing all the surprises to come. After this, we'll be heads down working on Division 3 until it releases. We still don't want to give a specific date for this, but we're getting quite close to confidence on the date we've chosen, which is great news. Well, let's get into it.
Khan is a crucial NPC in Division 3, a hermit among Vortal kind, living in a ruined submarine stranded on the seafloor. He'll be the first friendly face you've seen since Ravenholm, and as well as giving you the steambow, he'll give you directions to your next goal. Something powerful is wreaking havoc in the Wasteland, and until it's dead, there won't be a safe path to the depot. Khan will give you some inklings as to his past, and why he lives, for the most part, alone. But more could be learned in the future.
A ruined submarine has a lot of unique features that mean just reusing existing prop sets wasn't going to cut it. So we've created a new set of textures and props just to fill out the interior of this space. Seen here are a few examples, some old naval gear, a turntable, and of course, a periscope. More assets are being wrapped up to seal the deal and make this space as unique as Eli's Den from Division 2.
The first map of Division 3, Vista, introduces you to the wider wasteland as a concept, but largely allows you to explore at your own pace and discover new creatures seen throughout Division 3. In Wasteland 01, a Combine presence means the overall environment is a lot more chaotic, as you can see in the action shot here, demonstrating antlines, Xenian fauna, and Combine soldiers, all interacting with one another.
The last standout Combine asset we needed to address for Division 3 was the Thumpers. Here, we drew inspiration from the silhouette of the Beta Thumper, whilst also introducing some of the functional details from Retail's version. We also chose to introduce just a handful of elements inspired by the strange Xenian pump seen in Half-Life 1. Fans have speculated these could be Thumper-adjacent devices, and whilst the jury's out on that one, bringing these elements together results in a great interpretation of Thumpers in our style.
Wasteland 02 has the most art pass remaining of any Division 3 map, but we're making solid progress, and it represents quite a unique environment in the Wasteland. It's thoroughly settled by a Combine garrison, though as previously mentioned, their forces are under quite a bit of strain. The environment here will be one where Xenian influence is only just breaking through in some of the cracks of the defenses, and otherwise it's an early taster of the depot later in the division.
Besides assets for Khan's ruined submarine, we've also been continually adding to our texture and prop base for the depot. A set of crates were modelled in time for the demo last year, but we've given them an overhaul and also made some additional variations, which are sprinkled in Combine emplacements throughout all of Division 3.
The meeting with Khan is one of mystery, but should, as with Eli's lab, also feel somewhat calming after some chaos and uncertainty, somewhere to have answers, and a moment to breathe. For this part, I've made a new track called Vortal Stare that should fit the overall atmosphere of the dark and dingy submarine.
The focus of the first Jeep map is, of course, Old Sea, the rebel shanty in the Wasteland. However, a small outpost at the start will actually be the ones to give you the Jeep, and you'll have to pass a poorly maintained Combine outpost before making it to Old Sea. Wasteland scanners patrol the area still, even if their masters have long since been claimed by Xenian attack.
Jeep 02 turns things up a notch as you approach the Wasteland Depot on a mission to meet up with Alex and rescue Eli Maxwell. The Combine presence here is at its strongest so far, and what little Xenian wildlife has managed to stick around is under constant pressure from yourself and the Combine. You'll have to push through a few Combine fortifications until you storm the actual depot itself, via its exterior-facing gunship and dropship docking bays.
We showed the sand barnacle in our previous update, but decided the second look was only fitting given the detail in its animation set. Our goal with the sand barnacle was to create something truly frightening. Barnacles are a momentary irritation at most, but if you walk unsuspectingly into the jaws of this creature, we wanted a lot more panic and danger to ensue. Stay on the lookout for the telltale purple tongue, and feel pity for any unsuspecting Zen wildlife that runs across their boundaries.
The final map of Division 3. We've chosen to hone in the scope a bit and move the train heist segment to the start of Division 4, focusing the end of this chapter on boarding the train and escaping the depot. It gives us more room to refine all aspects of Division 3, and we think this will help Division 4 get off to an exciting start, as you fight to survive the journey to Captain Vance's oil rig headquarters.
And that's a wrap on our last Division 3 content update. From here we will be heads down, finishing our work on the Division and preparing for release. We'll still be posting ambience videos, and we may even manage a game night or two before then, but actual content updates will be minimal from here until release. Before closing out, a few roles we're looking for on the team. Level designers. We're still looking for blockout mappers to help push on Division 4 and onwards, and also art passers to help tie Division 3 and 4 together. Portal level designers. We're still looking for mappers with experience in Portal to help crack on with Triumph. Organics modelers. We'd like to supplement our organics team with some additional support here as we head into Division 4 and beyond to spread out the work a bit more across the board. And finally, hard surface modelers. We're always looking for skilled modelers ready to take a crack at remaking Half-Life 2 and cut props alike. Division 3 is approaching its final milestones. Stay tuned for our most ambitious release to date.